Henrietta, Eliza, and Esther Huszti were more than sisters, they were triplets, bound by an unbreakable connection. Born in Szeged, Hungary, on a snowy December morning in 1990, the three girls grew up sharing everything, their dreams, their secrets, and even their clothes. Their parents, Joseph and Maria Huszti, often joked that the girls had their own language, a mix of Hungarian and English that only they could understand. When the family moved to Chester, England, in 2005, the sisters leaned on each other to navigate their new life. They attended the same school, joined the same clubs, and even worked part-time jobs at the same cafe. Now, at 32, they were inseparable, living just blocks apart in a quiet neighborhood near the River Dee. But on the evening of March 28, 2023, their bond was shattered in the most tragic way. It was a chilly Tuesday evening, the kind where the air bites at your cheeks and the sky is painted in shades of gray. Henrietta and Eliza had decided to take a walk along the River Dee after dinner. They bundled up in their winter coats, Henrietta in a deep red parka and Eliza in a navy blue peacoat, and set off, their laughter echoing through the quiet streets. Esther had stayed behind, citing a headache. "I'll see you later," she called out as her sisters left. "Don't stay out too late." "We won't," Eliza replied, waving over her shoulder. "Love you, Essie." "Love you too," Esther murmured, closing the door. By 10 p.m., Esther began to worry. Henrietta and Eliza always texted if they were running late, but her phone remained silent. She tried calling them, but the calls went straight to voicemail. Her unease grew with each passing minute. At 11:30 p.m., Esther called their father, Joseph, who lived just a few miles away. "Dad, have you heard from Henrietta or Eliza? They went for a walk hours ago, and I can't reach them." Joseph's voice was calm but firm. "I'm sure they're fine, Esther. Maybe their phones died. Let's wait a little longer." But by midnight, Esther's worry had turned to panic. She called the police. The police arrived at Esther's home at 12:45 a.m. on March 29th. Officers took down the details: Henrietta, 5 feet 6 inches, wearing a red parka and black boots; Eliza, 5 feet 5 inches, in a navy peacoat and white sneakers. Esther's hands trembled as she handed over recent photos of her sisters. "We'll do everything we can," the officer assured her. "But it's still early. They might have just lost track of time." Esther shook her head. "No. They wouldn't do that. Something's wrong." By dawn, a search party had been organized. Friends, family, and volunteers combed the riverbanks and nearby parks, calling out the sisters' names. Esther joined them, her face pale and her eyes red from crying. On April 5, 2023, at approximately 3:15 p.m., a dog walker spotted something in the River Dee near the Queen's Park Bridge. It was Henrietta's body, her red parka snagged on a branch. The police were called, and the area was cordoned off. Esther and Joseph were notified immediately. When they arrived at the scene, Esther let out a gut-wrenching scream. "No. No, it can't be her." She collapsed into her father's arms, sobbing uncontrollably. Joseph held her tightly, his own tears streaming down his face. "We'll find Eliza," he whispered. "We have to." 2 days later, on April 7th, Eliza's body was found just a mile downstream. She was still wearing her navy peacoat, now soaked and muddied. The police confirmed both sisters had drowned, but the circumstances remained unclear. The police launched a full-scale investigation. Detectives interviewed Esther and Joseph, as well as friends and neighbors. One witness, a local shopkeeper, recalled seeing Henrietta and Eliza arguing with a man near the river on the night they disappeared. He was tall, scruffy-looking, the shopkeeper said. "I didn't think much of it at the time, but now, it seems important." Detectives tracked down the man, a drifter named Liam Carter, who had been seen loitering near the river in recent weeks. When questioned, Liam was evasive. "I didn't do anything," he insisted. "I saw them, yeah, but I didn't talk to them." "I swear." "Then why were you seen arguing with them?" Detective Harris pressed. Liam shifted uncomfortably. "I wasn't arguing. They were arguing with each other. I just walked away." Esther was inconsolable. She refused to eat or sleep, spending hours staring at old photos of her sisters. Joseph tried to comfort her, but his own grief was overwhelming. "They were my girls," he told a reporter, his voice breaking. "And Esther, she's lost a part of herself. She doesn't know how to go on without them." Esther's friends tried to reach out, but she pushed them away. "I just want to know what happened," she whispered to her father one night. "Why did they leave me?" In late April, a breakthrough came when a fisherman found a phone in the river. It was Eliza's, and the last text sent was to Esther, "We're by the bridge. Something's wrong. Call you soon." The police re-interviewed Liam Carter, who finally admitted to being near the bridge that night. "I saw them arguing," he said. "One of them, Henrietta, I think, was crying. I didn't stick around. I didn't want trouble." But without concrete evidence, the police couldn't charge him. The case remained open, leaving the Huszti family in limbo. The funeral was held on April 15, 2023, at St. Mary's Church in Chester. The church was filled to capacity, with friends, family, and even strangers who had been touched by the sisters' story. Esther sat in the front row, clutching a framed photo of the three of them from their last birthday together. Joseph gave a tearful eulogy. "Henrietta and Eliza were more than daughters, they were the light of my life. And Esther, she's still here, but a part of her is gone forever." Esther didn't speak. She couldn't. Instead, she placed 2 white roses on her sisters' caskets, one for each of them. In the months that followed, Esther struggled to rebuild her life. She quit her job at the cafe and moved in with her father, unable to bear the thought of being alone. She began seeing a therapist, but the sessions were painful. "I feel like I'm drowning," she confessed during one session. "Like I'm stuck in that river with them." Joseph did his best to support her, but he was grieving too. "I lost 2 daughters that night," he said. "And in a way, I lost Esther too." The deaths of Henrietta and Eliza remain a mystery. Esther has vowed to keep searching for answers, but the toll has been immense. She visits the river often, leaving flowers where her sisters were found. "I don't know if I'll ever understand what happened," she said in a rare interview. "But I won't stop fighting for them. They were my heart, and now they're gone." The tragedy of the Huszti triplets serves as a haunting reminder of how quickly life can change, and how some bonds are too strong to be broken, even in death. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more awesome content.